Absolutely, Norris. Can't disagree with you more. And you know what? I just want to end it with this. On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life. A bitter place and a broken. Come on, Norbs. Friggin' punch.
And a broken dream, and we'll leave it all behind.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Welcome everyone to another great episode of Tea Time with Tommy. Got my Raptors mug here. As you know, my great co-host Norbz Cabrera is here. Thank you for joining us, guys. And today's a special episode, guys. Aew Dynamite Rampage was here in Toronto, Canada, Coca-Cola Coliseum on Wednesday, March 20th, this past Wednesday. Norbz was there. Our other great co-host, the lovely Brittany, Nguyen, and Sir Robert were there. We did a little group picture together. Well, kind of. So, kind of a group picture. We did separately. Norbz and Sir Robert missed each other, but it was still a group picture nonetheless. It was a great event. Norbz, I'm sure you loved it. Let's get right into it because I know Norbz has a lot to talk about this AEW special topic on Tea Time. All right, Norbz. March 20th, AEW Dynamite Rampage, the main event. The classic. Edge versus Christian Cage. What'd you think of that main event?
Well, first of all, it's Adam Copeland.
Adam Copeland.
This is an AEW podcast, and our apologies to our AEW fans out there.
Whatever.
It is Adam Copeland. Yeah, it was a barn burner, and something for the ages. A match that we talked about for years, and this is AEW's with Adam Copeland and Christian's match. This was their first time battling each other in an AEW arena in Toronto, and it was a barn burn, absolute barn burner, and the two just went back and forth. It was a bloody affair, hockey brawl involved in the penalty box of the Coca-Cola Coliseum, the home of the Marlies, and it was an enjoyable match. Like I thought that it gave the fans something to cheer about. Like these two legends are great storytellers, and they just continued their feud in All Elite Wrestling since Adam Copeland has signed with them, and feuding with Christian Cage. The patriarch, if you will, he's got a great character, great, gimmicks as the father of the year type heel in the company, and with Kill Switch and the Wade family by his side, they're dominant of the Wade family and in that match. But from end to end, it was a hellacious affair. Great storytelling by those two legends. Adam Edge, yes, formerly known as Edge against Christian Cage. It was a match for the ages, and something that'll be talked about for years. It was an incredible match.
So awesome. Yeah, absolutely. What Norbz was saying, guys. AEW was just extraordinary, and so was the main event. Like Norbz said, a barn burner, as Norbz takes it from the legendary Jim Ross. A barn burner. Yes, it was. I think Norbz. They were basically you had Adam Copeland throwing Christian Cage in the women's change room. That was a classic. And you see all the women. Oh my god! And then let me get this correct. Copeland was wearing a Leafs jersey, and our good Toronto friend Christian Cage was wearing a Bruins jersey.
Yep, it got a lot of boos from the crowd. That's for sure.
Oh man! And then they were just fighting each other, and Copeland came out top with the Leafs jersey, and he's showing it in front of the crowd. Everyone's cheering, and he takes the jersey, chokes Cage with the jersey, and then goes on to put give Cage a pile driver on top of the ladder, and then just throwing him all over the place. It was so fun. And then the Cage, just put Edge through the ladder, and then Edge throws Cage into the goalie net. Toronto, Canada hockey throwing Christian Cage into the net. It was bonkers. And they are very good moderator co-host our moderator co-host Brittany was with us as well. She was watching it with me, and she's definitely, she was like, holy man, this match is amazing. Like she's the one that's very chill while watching a sporting event, but this match she was like on her toes watching the main event. So it was just something to behold. Definitely the right main event to make, Norbz, for Dynamite Rampage in Toronto, Canada, because they're both from Toronto, Canada. Edge, Christian Cage, WWE Pro Wrestling Hall of Famers. Sorry, this is the AW podcast. Pro Wrestling Hall of Famers, legends. So it was a great main event. So I totally agree with you, Norbz. Oh, I hope they come back again next year. Different main event with Christian Cage and Edge. But you want to add anything else to that main event?
It was incredible. And Christian Cage are good storytellers. It was a war. They fought all around the small Coca-Cola Coliseum, through the hallways and the and also the women's washroom, and very unfortunate for those ladies to come out of there and like run for their lives while the two men fight. It was an incredible night, incredible ending, and Adam Copeland became the new TNT champion, his first title in AEW. So congrats to Adam Copeland for that win, and with the assistance of Matt Menard and Daniel Garcia, because Killswitch and the Wade family like came in to
Danny Mac,
Paul Christian, and Nick Wade and Killswitch were like handcuffed, just so that they don't interfere in the match. Helping Christian out. They always help out Christian in many ways to keep his title, but not that night. It was Adam Copeland's time to shine as an AEW star, and he earned it. He earned a really hard fought battle, winning the TNT championship. So good for good match, excellent night for Adam Copeland.
On this day, I see clearly. Yeah, that's
the
song, Norbz. That's Adam Copeland's song. All right, I'm embarrassing Norbz right now, but awesome. Okay, the main event was amazing, guys. AW. Let's go to question number 2. Topic question number 2. So the rest of the Dynamite Rampage card was amazing. You had interestingly enough, Chris Jericho against Hook was pretty good. I must say, Norbz. I like that. And you had Eddie Kingston and Okada was going at it. Of course, Toni Storm and Mariah May. Shout out to Mariah May. She was on her podcast a long time ago, if you guys don't remember, against Deanna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa, and Mercedes Moné making all her appearance of all the matches, Norbz, on the card. And of course, you got Rampage. You had the street fight. Billy Statlander and Willow Nightingale was in that match, main event as well. What type of matches were you very impressed with overall, the Dynamite Rampage card?
Yeah, one of the things that impressed me was Hook and Chris Jericho's match. It was one-on-one, very technical match. Hook kept punishing Chris Jericho with those suplexes that his father Taz taught him, and Chris Jericho tried to come back and defend himself against Hook. Hook is a very sensational star right now. He is the FTW champion, and he's got a bright. He's still very young, but he has contended with the best of them. Like he faced Samoa Joe a few months ago on a Dynamite episode, and he's gone toe to toe with like some of the most experienced superstars in AEW. I say superstar for AEW because it's just synonymous. Like I know WWE calls their wrestlers superstars, but AEW has a good talent right now, and especially with Hook. And as the FTW champion, he just continues on. He's a warrior out there. He's the handsome devil, as they call it. Yeah, that's one of the things that impressed me about Hook's match. He just took it to Chris Jericho, the Lionheart. He brought in his Lionheart character that night. So yeah, definitely Jericho putting Hook over in that match. And the other match that really impressed me was Okada versus Eddie Kingston for the Continental Championship. That one went toe to toe, back and forth. I mean, Eddie Kingston, a fighting champion. Also, as I understand, the New Japan, one of the New Japan. And yeah, he knows Okada very well from Japan, and they go way back, and they had a great battle for that title. And Okada, the newest signee for AEW, really impressed the crowd. Like, Japanese stars are mega stars. They're treated like rock stars everywhere with their distinct talent. So incredible match there, and the of course the women's match. Deonna Purrazzo involved in the tag team with Thunder Rosa against Mariah May and the women's champion Toni Storm. That was also a good match, and it was really shocking that Toni Storm and Mariah May lost that one. So it's been an incredible night, and the Dynamite main event, the Rampage main event, Julia Hart and Sky Blue against Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. Another great match, tag team hardcore battle there. It was all in all an incredible night. Like, even Tony Khan likes to do stipulation matches in the main events. Like, it still brings the house down, and yeah, the match quality just brings it up for everyone to be excited about. So an incredible night of action.
See,
I know, went over and over.
No. I was just gonna say, this is why it's such a blessing to have a great host like Norbz Cabrera, because he's just knowledgeable in AEW. He loves it as well. He does go over the limit, and he just took up the whole all the matches. So I can't pick any. You literally picked every match in Dynamite. So now I can't even pick my own now, because you picked the whole roster, the whole list. You happy?
That's why you should pick the whole first, man. You should.
What's that?
You should do the talk first before I do. I just compliment the show.
Yeah, you complimented the whole show, man. Every match, but hey, I love you, Norbz. So I literally, I'll be honest. I'm gonna go specifically with like Chris. Oh, what was that?
Sorry about that. That was my laptop.
I'm
in the AW website right now, and you can actually like do the there's like the audio version.
Yeah, like
I'm doing all the work.
No worries.
Continue on.
Let's go. All right. So I think I love every match you just said. Okay, so Chris Jericho versus Hook was really good. I agree with you there. I like Kingston Okada. It was a really good match as well. Toni Storm, Mariah May versus Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. Definitely love all three of those matches, other than the main card for Dynamite. So specifically, I'll go with the match with we had Best Friends versus the Don Callis family. That was pretty good. But it was that main event for Rampage, Norbz. Believe it or not, I was quite impressed with. Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale versus Julia Hart and Sky Blue. I'm not sure if you stayed all the way to the end. Britt left for the main.
Oh, did she?
She left before the main event. Tickets my brother paid for, and she left. But I'm kidding with you, Britt. I'm kidding with you. She had to get home. It's no problem. But yeah, the main event was great. So you stayed for it, right, Norbz? So basically,
yeah, I stayed till the.
Yeah. It was like a street fight between the team of Statlander, Bay, and Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Man, thumbtacks. You had people like putting each other through tables. Willow Bay putting, I think, was it Sky Blue through a table? That was insanity near the end of the match. Statlander got thumbtacks on her. They're hitting each other with whatever you got. I think, did they even have that? Forgive me if I'm
they
wrong.
had everything in that
They had
match.
those wooden canes,
Ladders,
wooden swords
chairs,
or something with these samurai swords they're hitting each other with. What do you call those? Like
yeah,
those wooden, like it was
the kendo
amazing.
sticks. Yeah, yeah. They
Kendo
brought the
sticks,
artillery into that match.
artillery. I would have rather it would have been better, in my opinion. Norbz. No way am I disrespecting Tony Khan. He knows what he's doing. But if they did Rampage first and then Dynamite, because a lot of people left before they could see the great main event of the street fight between Statlander Day, Julia Hart, and Blue. It was a really good match. It was really good, but by that time it was like almost 11 p.m. People were leaving. They wanted to catch their TTC train and Canada Uber back home. So it was
It
like,
was
I mean,
also a work night too.
it was a work night. So I mean, it was a really good match. If Tony Khan could have made Rampage first, which was usually what happened, wasn't it? If they put Rampage first and then Dynamite, it would have been better. Instead, they had Ring of Honor and then Dynamite and then Rampage. It's just get rid of the Ring of Honor and just put Rampage in the Dynamite because it was a really good match. And it's sad that people missed it. And it was a real, I understand. I love women's matches, but there's a lot of people that don't like women's matches in pro wrestling. This was a really good women's match, and it's a shame that half the stadium left before the conclusion of that street fight between the female wrestlers. But yeah, overall, though, amazing card, amazing card. The main event for AEW Dynamite was just probably one of the best matches I've ever seen. I quit match with Kristen Cage and Edge, especially when Kristen Cage said, "I'm not going to quit like Toronto." That was funny. That was funny, but it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
I'm not going to quit like Toronto. It was so fun. But going on to the last topic, Norbz, as you are the AEW aficionado of Tea Time with Tommy, do you think the Coca-Cola Coliseum has a future as being the event for AEW? Or do you think that maybe AEW should start to move on more to Scotiabank Arena? Now, I know they couldn't do it in Scotiabank because the Raptors were playing that night at Scotiabank Arena, so they had to do it at Coca-Cola Coliseum. But what's your thoughts about the venue situation for future AEW events in Toronto, Canada?
I mean, for the attendance and the kind of crowd that the AEW draws for Dynamite and Rampage and also Collision, I think the smaller arenas like the Coca-Cola Coliseum is ideal. Because I'm not sure what the the how many is the seating for the arena. I'm thinking about 10,000. For the kind of crowd that for those certain Dynamite, for Dynamite and Rampage and Collision, it's good enough for a small venue like that, and even though it was small, it was like lively and it was a great crowd. It was a ruckus crowd in Toronto because Toronto loves wrestling, and as you can see, it was a sold out crowd. I mean, I went with a couple of buddies of mine, and we were sitting up in the executive suites. That just goes to show you that the event was sold out. Like we couldn't find any tickets on the floor level. But yeah, I was like very amazed that they were opening up the executive suites for fans, and I think incredible. Like even though it's an old arena. I got to experience like the luxury suites for the first time in my life, even though it was like even though that it wasn't like an executive event or anything with a company. Like I had had an amazing time with a company of my two friends, like sitting right in front of the suite, that is barricaded by glass. I mean, you can see everything in that arena. Just like going to a Blue Jays game at the 500 level, you see everything. You see the
can't really see Blue Jays games at 500 level. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. You saw the stage and the jumbotron. It was such a great view. And if you follow Instagram, like yeah, I did. I popped in some videos. I posted some videos there, but where we are, we were just literally high up on the ceiling. So, I think to me the arena is great. For the kind of crowd that AW draws for those events, and I think Tony Khan loves Toronto. He loves the arena. So, who knows? Like there could be there could be like another AEW event in the future, and yeah, it's a very convenient place. You know, you can just take the streetcar or the train to get there. It's very accessible, so it's a good venue, even though it's an old venue. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's ideal.
I can't agree with you more. It's a miracle we're agreeing on things today, Norbs, on this topic. But yeah, I truly love Coca-Cola Coliseum. I really do. Was it pricey paying like $120 a ticket? I mean, you got a deal, but for me, where I paid for tickets for my brother paid for myself and for Britt's tickets, $190 each, no, $130 each. It's worth it. It is worth it because I mean, are you going to go to a $500 ticket to see a WB, see Roman Reigns go acknowledge me for $500, $600? We can't see anything at Scotiabank Arena, or pay the $130 or $120 and you can see everything at Coca-Cola Coliseum. You can see their faces, everything. It's amazing. I totally agree with you, Norbs. Coca-Cola Coliseum is perfect for AEW in Toronto, Canada. I would rather have it at Coca-Cola Coliseum than Scotiabank Arena. If you remember, Norbs, me and Norbs, viewers of Tea Time, and Sir Robert and Britt went to the Scotiabank Arena AEW Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Couldn't see anything from the top. A Coca-Cola Coliseum, where you are, Norbs, in the luxury suites you were, where me and Britt weren't too bad, but we're sitting at the top level, Coca-Cola Coliseum. We could see the whole ring, see everything, see the faces of the rest, everything. I mean, that is the best place for AEW. So can't agree with you more, Norbs. I wish that I had the money to get tickets for me, Norbs, Britt, and Sir Robert. We can all just sit together and just have a merry time once a year at Coca-Cola Coliseum AEW, right, Norbs? I wish I had the money. I'm sure Norbs has more money than I do, so maybe he could be the Santa Claus next year and pay for all four of us.
We can see it. We can probably see a Toronto Marlies game. How about that? Like to get together again in
hey, I'm down.
Coliseum.
Sir Robert's a hockey fan. I'm down. All four of us watching a Marlies game. But I think
it's much cheaper than going to an AEW event. Like the tickets that we found was last minute. It was $96 or
it was
$89. Yeah, in the luxury box, we had a hard time finding our seats because there was only one elevator going up the luxury suite section.
Stop your whining, man. You're in a good luxury, so you complain
now I know where to go. Man. It's an old arena, but it's small and intimate.
I do I apologize, Norbs and Tea Timers on the side. I really do hope that as we keep going Tea Time strong, as you guys keep supporting us, subscribing and viewing, that us four could someday make it huge and get 4 media passes to an AEW Toronto event. And then we can do our own thing, how we're going to help out with the media thing. But I mean, all four of us are big AEW fans. Norb's the biggest one of them all, and Sir Robert and Norb's are the biggest. Britt's turned into a huge fan. I'm turning into a huge fan as well. So Coca-Cola Coliseum is the best. I agree with you, Norbs. And hopefully, if my friend Tommy Wee makes it big, I can pay tickets for all four of us so we can just chill and enjoy AEW event in Toronto.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola Coliseum.
And we can actually book one of the executive suites that I was in. It was fantastic.
Suites, man. What is with this? Anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Norbs. You and your friends enjoyed it last night, executive suite. So did Britt and I, and Sir Robert and his friends enjoyed it. We got to get a better group picture next time, honestly. But anyways, we got to get a better group picture. But I mean, Norbs. It was me, Norbs, and Britt one time, and then me, Britt, and Sir Robert. But I should be happy we got the group pictures. But next time we'll get a good one. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Norb's Coca-Cola Coliseum is the best. I hope they keep doing it every time they come to Toronto, Canada. It's better than Scotiabank Arena. You can see everywhere you go. Wi-Fi sucks. I'm sorry, the Wi-Fi is awful there, guys. But it's worth it. It's still worth it. Scotiabank Arena, they have better Wi-Fi, but I'd rather be at Coca-Cola Coliseum. And one last thing, Norbs, before I give you the final say, is that Tony Khan can play this perfectly with with promoting and they have the talent, just the promoting part. If he can do that perfectly, someday, I'm gonna say it, Norbs, it's gonna blow your mind. You might agree with me, you might think I'm insane. Someday, AEW can take over WWE. AEW can become the #1 pro wrestling business in the world over WWE if Tony Khan can promote properly. But I don't know if you take it away, Norbz. You got the final say, but I don't know.
I think a bright future ahead of them. The production is good. The match quality is good. The storytelling is, it needs a little bit of like to book matches. You got to have storylines, and WWE focuses on lots of storylines to build up their matches. But AEW focuses more on the professional any build up to certain matches. I mean, when you tune into Dynamite, the match is already prepared for next week because the build up of the feuds just start the week before or 2 weeks before that. So I think to me, if Tony Khan can get somebody or some sort of counsel around him to help with the booking rather than doing it by himself. Like, I know he's a super fan of wrestling, but I think Tony Khan has an opportunity to have like a committee around him that he can seek advice to how to book these matches accordingly, just so that it can be it could be an engaging thing for the fans. I know the fans love professional wrestling. They love the match stipulations, even though the certain main events have match stipulations, like no holds barred matches or like hardcore matches or I quit matches. Like Tony Khan loves that, but there's sometimes it's overkill, like week after week, that there's stipulations to those kinds of matches. I think if AEW kind of balances a little bit when it comes to quality matches and match stipulation involved, I think it'll be a good program in the years to come, especially with Rampage and Collision. I think because it's really tough to watch wrestling on a Friday night, and this Rampage episode was actually preempted because there was a March Madness happening in TNT, so Rampage had to be shown live on TSN and in the US after Dynamite. So if Tony Khan improve the booking a little bit, just so that the preparation for those matches and the program can get like a lot of views and a lot of a lot of excitement. I think the fans would love it. They'll be very successful at that in the years to come. So yeah, booking and match quality, just keep improving it and really build it up nicely, for the next event.
Absolutely, Norbz. Can't disagree with you more. And you know what? I just want to end it with this. On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life. A bitter place and a broken. Come on, Norbz. Bring it in punch.
And a broken dream, and we'll leave it all behind.
We leave it all behind. Congrats to Adam Copeland. Thank you for joining us, guys. Norbz Cabrera, Tommy Lee, AEW Toronto is amazing. Tony Khan, keep up the great work. All right, guys. Tommy Lee, Norbz Cabrera, signing out. On this day, I see clearly. Forget it. Take care, guys.
On another note, please like and subscribe our podcast, Tea Time with Tommy, or else Tommy will throw tea at you.